Our agenda today is all about time tracking, meaning that I will give you a very brief overview of who are Gaudi Group, who are PXMSOFT. We will spend some time on time tracking in the SAP SuccessFactors module. We will look at our standardized extension from PXMSOFT Time Tracking Plus, talk about a little bit where we complement time tracking in SuccessFactors. We will, of course, look into the real product so you can see it for yourself, the gains and benefits you can get by using this app in your organization. We will sum the product demo up in a short way, and then we will finish our session today with a Q&A session so that you can also have maybe specific questions that you want answered in this way. If you're looking at who are you talking to today besides me, and maybe also I should mention my name is Tyne. I'm located in PXMSOFT. I'm representing PXMSOFT, which is a part of Gaudi Group. Gaudi Group is a consultancy firm located out of the Nordics. We have been in the business for more than 25 years, so we have a long heritage of delivering workforce management solution, whether it is payroll, consultancy services, or in the newer days, apps as standardized products to our customers. We are approximately in our group around 250 persons. We are divided into 3 different companies, and that also means that hopefully quite a lot of you will know Gaudi Group, like Gaudi, where we do our products, where we do our payroll parts. We also have a legal entity named Gaudi Labs, which are the one that are specialists in doing bespoke solutions. And then if a bespoke solution within the SAP SuccessFactors area gains enough traction and covers a universal white space or can make a user adoption much higher than normal usage of SAP SuccessFactors, then we're doing a standardized apps, putting in the SAP's App Store, and then we are naming it PXMSOFT. We are, as mentioned, located primarily in the EMEA region. We are also investing heavily in the further product development of our apps in PXMSOFT, and that also means as well as an SAP SuccessFactors customer where you get continuous development, then you will also expect and get continuous development on our PMX products. That also means that we have 3 annual releases, and that will give you always a head start in order to use our products. If you looked besides our other products than Time Tracking Plus, which we will deep dive to today, we have a solution called Attract and Hire. Attract and Hire is a more lean and streamlined solution for blue-collar workers and also people who are not that close to SAP SuccessFactors. It could be retailers and so on that has to do bulk hiring and also have the phone as a primary computer. Document management, it's where we look at all the documents generated from the HR division and also with SAP SuccessFactors as a data source. Here we can make sure that they are archived correctly. We can make sure the document is generated. We can make sure that they are signed. And we are, of course, doing it through different approval flows and procedures according to your SuccessFactors. Time Tracking Plus, I will not use that many words. You will see it for yourself in a few seconds. Certify Comply, it's where we make sure that you maintain your license to operate as a business. If you operate, it could be heavy machinery or provide services that require certification or certain skills that has to be evaluated at given points in time. If you want to have a more dynamic view on your organization and also sit and modeling how your future organization should look in the future, we have the product org chart and modeling, where you can sit and see the consequences of potential organizational changes in the future. As a side effect of that, we have also a product called Equal Pay, where you very actually, at least in the EU region, where you can see the division between men and women. You can see different KPIs according to your compensation packages in SuccessFactors, so that they actually are getting an overview of your pay gaps if you have one, and also if you're sitting down and doing some corrective actions accordingly so you can minimize the pay gap, you can see the consequences of that. The last product we have, Collect and Connect, is a data moving tool, meaning that you can collect data either within or without your organization and make sure you doesn't use any intermediate platforms that's Outlook and so on. So it's a product that makes sure that your personal information that are collected within or without your organization are in compliance with the GDPR rules. So that is the standardized extensions that we have as standard products in this SAP store. I think enough about PXMSOFT. I will give the words to one of my good colleagues, Venkata, and he will go into the time tracking piece.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are excited to have you here for what promises to be a valuable and insightful session. We will now today, dive into the topic that sits in the heart of every organization's operational efficiency, which is time management. While many systems aim to track or measure and manage time, there is a noticeable gap in the market when it comes to scheduling and rostering, a gap that could lead to inefficiencies in planning or leading to compliance issues in some cases and also workforce dissatisfaction. So before we unveil our product that's designed specifically to fill this scheduling gaps, we will begin with a high-level overview of what is time management as a whole and what it really means, what it matters, and how it's evolving in today's dynamic environment. Yeah. So the next slide, please. Yes. Okay. So as you all know, in today's scenario, managing employees' time is more complex than ever. With employees working from home and in some cases, from the offices, and in some cases, both hybrid culture, right? So it's becoming hard to track their hours, the dynamic breaks, and the overtime inconsistencies, and etc. Right? So the lack of visibility into working time and the costs, it's making it difficult to take timely actions or plan ahead. So we are in fact supporting a diverse or a global workforce, which adds a lot of complexities because different time zones, different mobility needs, different locations, etc. Right. So now managing shift patterns or your flexible hours with different contracts with various type of compliance and policies that the company and the local laws could have. These frequent changes, expose us to a lot of compliance risks, as we see. And even when we have low adoption rates with multiple systems that we have, that could also lead to ineffectiveness and reduce the engagement between the employees and the organization as a whole. So these challenges that we have overall show why the modern and flexible time management solution is not just nice or good to have. It's actually an essential for you to stay compliant. Okay. So we will quickly see, what is time management, the overview of it. So next slide, please. So time management, as you can see, consists of two different modules, which is absence and attendance. So as a whole, it is a process of capturing, approving, and monitoring, and also analyzing your employees' absence and attendance. In a way, it should talk to the payroll. So it should help you to have a seamless, payroll processing, and also for HRs to effectively manage their workforce. Next slide. Yeah. So yes, now let's take a closer look at how SAP SuccessFactors time tracking is a powerful solution for organizations today. With SuccessFactors, time tracking your everyday tasks in terms of managing time becomes intuitive and seamless, and we'll see why. As an employee, I have multiple self-service options to record time. It can be to submit work durations, or it can be to key in my absences, and it can be to see and make wise decisions in terms of who in my team is absent. So the self-service capabilities of the tool helps me submit all these requests via mobile or via web terminals. In some cases, the clock in, clock out can be done using the digital clock, or even the third-party terminals. So whatever means you use to create this request or key in your time, SuccessFactors time tracking gives the flexibility for the employees to manage, the time management effectively. Yeah. And with the next slide, we also have managers getting benefited from the tool. Managers have effective tools in place. For example, they have something called a team absence calendar, which will give them information about the team's availability, who in the team is absent when, so they can in turn plan their demands accordingly. There is this new feature called timesheet approval center. So managers can stay closely connected to the time tracking activities from the employees, and throughout the payroll period, ensuring that the time is reviewed and processed promptly. One standout feature that I would call out is also a new feature, which is also called as amendment of, or how you handle the amendment of the records from employees, right? So when an employee goes in and amends his time record, what does the manager get to do? So the manager can see the approved records and the resubmitted records, and it gives the full insight on the visibility and for them to make informed decisions. So that is also helping managers, and the dashboards that's available for the managers also gives them good insights to take wise decisions. Okay, and next, of course, it's the administrators or the HR community that we have. We have flexible configuration options in terms of SAP SuccessFactors. HR administrators can, adapt to quick, complex business rules or new evolving regulatory requirements, or in terms of ensuring accuracy or compliance, particularly in terms of the approval flows. You don't have to have approval flows for every step of the way. You can design the approval flows to only cover, let's say, additional overtime that is being recorded, or specific time valuation result that is generated. It can be your weekend premiums, it can be your overtime premiums, or to a specific nature that you can set how many number of hours in a week is actually compliant as per labor law. So all these things helps the HR community to have a better approval systems in place and administer in streamlining the process, right? Okay, so next is the leaders, and for the leaders, obviously, we will have dashboards to support their decision making. They are supported with inbuilt analytics and reporting tools, which can provide a clear overview of the overtime, the productivity, uh, and they can make conscious decisions with this data to see how compliant we are and what is the impact on the financial outcomes, and thus allowing them to plan and optimize the performance of the workforce. Yeah. So this is the overview of what we have as a SuccessFactors time tracking. Uh, to further say, although the capabilities are there with the tool to handle seamlessly your time scenarios, we often hear from our customers, that the need for a lighter, a simpler tool that helps in basic rostering without the complexity or a cost of a full-scale scheduling and forecasting tool is very essential. And that's exactly what we intend to bridge the gap, and that's what we are trying to address today as well. So what you're about to see now in the demo is a lightweight, efficient rostering solution designed to complement SuccessFactors, of course. So it gives you, the HR community and the managers, a structure to plan the shifts, manage the shifts more flexibly, without over investing in heavy scheduling systems, getting into the complexity of a full-blown forecasting tools, and that's what we will try and look into today. So as you can see, while Time Tracking Plus offers all these benefits to us, you can, in the right hand side top, we will see that there's a space for integration to shift planning tools and payroll, right? So it has the capability to integrate to a robust shift planning tool. At the same time, what we are trying to do today is to show you how we can complement this without having complex integrations in place. So before we jump into the demo, I would like to take a moment and then show you the vision of the product that you're about to see. Next slide, please. One more. Yeah, okay. So our product, one back, please. So our product is designed on the SAP native BTP platform. So that's providing a lightweight, intuitive tool that helps you better manage your workforce. And without, like I said before, without having a full-blown rostering or a scheduling or a forecasting tool, right? So what you see here is an overview of what we intend to do as a product vision. We would like to understand the workforce availability. We would like to, give you the flexibility to plan and adjust and create schedules based on the demand, thus optimizing your staffing and productivity. And we would also give the HR community to monitor the time and make sure that you are, compliant. So the next slide will show you the overview of some of our key features of the product and the benefits of the product as well. We will be walking you through each of these in a more detailed demo session now, and so that you can see exactly how it can support your scheduling and forecasting needs. I will now hand over to our good colleague B to give us a product demo of Time Tracking Plus.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So welcome everyone. I'm just going to share my screen now. And please tell me if you can see it.
You can see it.
Thank you. So first I want to say welcome everyone and thank you for joining us here today. Right now, I'm just going to give you a live demo of Time Tracking Plus, our time management solution. We really believe that this solution can help the employees to easily stay on top of their schedules and manage shift trades and receive important updates in real life from a single and user-friendly interface, which is really important to us. So first, and before I start, I just want to say that for this demo, I'll be using a manager account just to give you a perspective of how things look from the management side and what features will you have if you are a manager, okay? So we mentioned in the presentation just right now that rostering was one of the key features for this system. So what I'm going to do is just walk you through all of these features that we have in this platform and how rostering can just really helps you schedule your work, create and plan shifts, and just organize your team in a more efficient way. Okay, so let's start. So this is what the homepage of Time Tracking Plus looks like right now. So as you can see, the system is really designed just to give managers and employees a quick overview of their upcoming shifts, their team activity, and any important notifications that I will just talk to you about. So the first section that I want to show you here is the upcoming shifts, which is the first one that it's appearing here. This section is basically where the managers and the team members can have access to their own upcoming assignments in a clean and scrollable timeline. So for example, if you see here this manager, the first shift that appears in here, it's going to happen on the 16th of May. You can see that this customer has 2 customer support shifts. The first one beginning, for example, at 7 and ending at 11. And this manager also have all of these shifts in here, which are in a scrollable timeline. And you can just notice here that every shift has, for example, a button in here. And if you can just click it and see all of the shift information, for example, the start time, the end time, the location, and some job profiles of any of these shifts, okay? So right below, we have this section, which is the shift trade section. Which will allow users to trade shifts with other team members. I want to say that this feature is going to be available to both managers and regular team members. So it can making a shareable tool for flexibility and collaboration across all roles. So in this example, you can see that we have 3 shifts here that were posted as free by this Chris manager. So you just can go in here, and if you want, if you're a manager or a usual user, you can just go in here, and if you are free, just take this shift and take this and start working on it. You can also notice different colors in here. This is just some color codes for visualization. So you can notice here that this one is red, which means that this shift is about to happen, and these ones we still have time to, so this really needs to be taken over by someone. That's why it's red. So now if I scroll down here to the new notification section, here is where team members are informed of any schedule change, shift swaps, or other important updates. Here we have a lot of types of notifications, like, for example, the schedule changes, shift posted as free, or a team assigned. These are also color-coded too, so we have here some green ones and some red ones. Red means urgent changes or schedule updates, and green usually means confirmed actions. And each notification here has also a timestamp associated, so that team members and managers always know exactly when a change is happening. And last but not least, we have here the current team section. This section, it's going to give us an individual information for each user, including the team they belong to and their role within the organization. We can see here that this manager belongs to the team office and has this role within the organization. We can also provide a profile page in here if you scrolled up. And if you click in here, this will redirect you to a profile page. And this will give you like a little summary of the user's personal and professional information within this platform. So at the top, you can see the first name and the last name. We have here some key informations too, like the position, the email, team, location, work schedule. And I think what's important to highlight in here is that all of this information is pulled in real time from SuccessFactors. So one of the things that was highlighted in the presentation just now was that the Time Tracking Plus has a lot of integration with SuccessFactors, and this is one of the cases that shows that all of this information is actually coming from that. And also, the visibility and structure of this information is also configurable based on your company's policies. So each organization can decide which fields are going to be shown, who can edit what, and how the data is going to be displayed. Right now it's like this, but obviously we just really want to give the flexibility to change this if needed. So this page also includes some usual features like this part in here, which are the work schedule overview. And in here, it's going to show the weekly and monthly views tailored by each user. Okay, so everything is coming from this work schedule from SuccessFactors too. And we also have here a competencies table where each employee is linked to a specific skills. So this manager has obviously these skills. And probably you're wondering, why am I showing this competencies table? It's because in the future, we plan to integrate AI to help managers assign shifts based not just on availability, but also on each team member's skills. So we really want to make scheduling smarter and more efficiency for your team. So that's why we have this here. We also have a calendar here that will display all of the shifts and absences synced in real time with SuccessFactors, along with public holidays. I can show you in here, but I'm not going to go much in detail in here because we have a total dedicated calendar page where everything is presented in a more structured and comprehensive view. So I can show you quickly that view. So here is the calendar, as you can see. This calendar, users can toggle between a monthly view and a weekly view. I can show you quickly the weekly view. So you can see the shifts by hours in the absences too, but I'm just going to change to the monthly view because I think it's easier to see, for you to see what I want to show you. So we also have here a filter tab where you can, if you want, you can just click it and see only the shifts, or click it and see only the absences. I can show you, for example, examples of absences. This is public holidays, for example, vacations. This is what this manager has, obviously. We also have here a legend where you can see all of the color codes. For example, we have this pink here, which means that is going to mean a morning shift. We have the gray ones as a substitution, and we have all of these color codes that you just can see in here. So imagine, for example, if I'm a staff member trying to plan my week, I think this calendar really gives me everything I need. So this gives me what days I'm working, what type of shifts I have, when I'm free. So coming back here to the shifts, I'm just going to put all again. So these are some shifts, and you can just click in here, see all of the information of each shift, see the start time, the end time, the team, location, some job profiles, the type of this shift, which is a morning shift, and you also have 2 actions in here. This will be available not only if you are a manager, but if you are a normal user. So you can just go in here and, for example, you want to post this shift as free. This is going to appear a confirmation box, and you saying that asking you if you really want to post this as free, and you are, for example, you want to say yes, and this will automatically pass from a morning shift to a substitution one. And if you go back to here, we have here now that we have another substitution shift and another one on the shift trade section. Okay. So obviously, if you are a manager, you have also access to your calendar, but to other calendars of another employees too. So I can just go in here and see, this will show you like a page equal to the profile one, as I just show you, and you can just go in here and see all of the employees that you want and just have access to their information. For example, let me try to find one in here that actually has some shifts associated that I can show you. For example, in here, you can have access to their shifts, to their calendars, to their competencies. Obviously, as I just said, this is also configurable according to the company's policy. So if you don't want to show a lot of this information, you can just put a business rule, and this will not be shown, obviously. This is everything in here is configurable. Moving on to one of the features that I think it's one of the most interesting in here. If you are a manager, you will have access to this template manager view, which is where a manager can plan and assign shifts to team members. So as a manager, I can start by creating the shifts that I want to assign later. So for example, let's say I want to schedule a shift for a specific team. I'm going in here and I'm just going to choose some team. I'm going to, let's say, choose a start date beginning on the beginning of the next week. Say the duration is going to be 1 week, and just give it a name like Monday till Thursday from 8 to 5 p.m. You can just give whatever name you want. And you will have access to this template creator as a manager. So you can just create here your templates for your shift. So let's say I want to create a shift that goes from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Monday. So I'm going to put the demand in here. I'm going to create another one in here. And also you can just imagine if you want to clone this shift, you can just go here and clone this, or if you want to delete. So this is super configurable. And for example, I want to create another one in here. So we have 4 shifts that goes from Monday till Thursday, begins at 8 a.m. and ends at 5 p.m. So I'm just going to create this. And what is going to appear is a template preview of the shifts you just created. And you can just confirm that everything is in place and everything is ready to be assigned to each member. So once everything is done, as a manager, the manager can just go here and generate the shifts. And this will redirect you to a super important page too, which is the shift allocation page. This is already filtered by the team that you chose before, as you can see, and we have here all of the shifts that we just created. So this shift allocation page is one of the most important parts of the system. So as we mentioned earlier in the presentation, the planning is a key priority in Time Tracking Plus, and this is where all comes together as one. So here managers can simply assign shifts to their team using the templates or just to themselves. The shifts that they just created. So everything is displayed in a real-time synced calendar that you can see in here, making it easy to visualize if there's some workloads or not. Okay, so shifts can just, this is really simple as that. Shifts can just be dragged to some user, okay? And this is going to update in real time the work schedule hours, the calendar that is synced into. So yeah. And one standout feature that I want to talk about too in here is this auto assign feature. Today, this feature really helps us speed up the process and the shift distribution, because I just can click in here and this is going to just distributed these shifts according to my time. So yeah, today this is really helpful for that. But going further in the future, we really plan to start using AI. So shifts can be automatically assigned based on employee skills and their available work schedule. So if I click in here, I also can see all of the skills that this user has. And also I can just see other users and see the competencies. This doesn't have anyone, but for example, I can see all of the competencies and all of the users, all of the team members. And yeah. And another thing that I wanted to show you today was this overview team page. So if I'm a manager, I can have full access to every team that exists in this application. So which means I will also have access to this team overview page. This team overview page is a page that contains a layout calendar style in here, and also has the free shifts in here too. So each rows represents a team in here, as you can see, and within each rows you can see all the schedule shifts broken down by day and week. Also, you can just have all of these views and you can change all of these views. You as a manager can just delete some team. You can just go here and just delete a team that you want. I'm not going to delete it now. And you can also create some new teams, putting a team name, an icon, a team manager, and a team description. And you can also go in here and enter in a specific team view, and you will also have access to this team personal page when you can see exactly which user belongs to which team. Right now, I only have this user belonging to this team. And yeah, you can also, as a manager, assign some team members, as you can see, or unassign team members, or just go to shift allocation directly. And yeah, as a manager, you can also edit everything else in here. This is also configurable. So yeah, I think I showed you everything. I didn't look at all at the chat, so I don't know if you have any questions or not, but I think we can pass to that. I'm just going to stop sharing and give you the words to you guys.
Thank you, V. Okay, let's have the presentation back. We'll have a quick look at the key takeaways. Next slide, please. Yes, key takeaways. Now that we have had a sneak peek of our product, it's clear how the tool intends to empower the managers and the HR community with more intelligent and efficient rostering capabilities, that I would say. From planning your workforce needs based on your team's availability to creating and assigning shifts, everything is designed to make the scheduling part more intuitive and responsive, right? So we also saw how the tool goes one step further by incorporating skill-based information and competency mapping. And this is the benefit of having a cloud product and a BTP product, right? Because we continuously evolve as per the market trends. So we continuously think about new features, bringing in AI to kind of help you, support you with auto assignment of shifts, based not only on availability but based on the skill set required for fulfilling that particular demand in the organization. So the right people gets the right shift, not only based on availability, right? So what really sets apart is the seamless integration. Like we said, in terms of a robust scheduling and a forecasting tool, you'll have to invest a lot on integrating the tool, integrating the data, and so on. But with the native SAP platform or a BTP platform, this works in real time. As you saw, all the data that's in our tool, comes directly from SuccessFactors. So any change in terms of the employee information or the employee's availability, employee booking leaves, everything is fed into the planning tool, which means the manager gets real-time data to plan the workforce. So he can then see if a team is not available or absent during that period, how he can change, or how he's restricted to not assign the employee unless the absence is removed or spoken to the employee itself. So all these features will help them to have a good experience in terms of or informed experience in terms of scheduling and a rostering need. So in short, our solution will give you a smarter planning, better visibility, and a stronger workforce alignment capability, all without the need of the heavy and complex scheduling tools that we've been reiterating. So that is the end of the session. Thank you again for joining. But now we will go to the exciting part of the session to answer your questions. So yes. Any questions? Please feel free. Or we can help with a few questions. Our solution architect, Vaibhav, can post a few questions to start the.
Yeah, but we have one question in the chat from Kelly. Is it possible to customize the notification tiles to show the actual change? For example, scheduling change 16th of May 2025, shift cancelled.
Yeah, I'm already entering that in the chat. It's totally possible to do that. As I said, there's a lot of items in here that are configurable, and the notifications titles and that table is one of them. So yeah, it's totally possible. And the other questions too, everything can be customized in that sense. And in the future, with the AI integration that we plan to do, it will be much more easier to do that. So yeah, it's totally possible.
Good to hear. Venkata, you said you also had some frequently asked questions you might could get a quick wrap up of.
Yes, we can do that. Vaibhav, what do you want frequently asked questions?
Yeah. So hi everyone. So usually, with this, the first question that that comes to our mind, right, is how is this tool different from other scheduling tools in the market? What differentiates it, right? So basically, from if what Venkat and Bay has answered, right, this is built on the BTP platform. This is very closely connected with the SuccessFactors framework, so you don't have to build on any complex integrations. This is all directly integrated to your leave system, to your time tracking system. As and when there are updates here, it directly goes into the system and it is all real time. So that is one of the biggest benefits. Apart from that, it is a very lightweight and flexible solution that is there, and it can be easily implemented and used in for your product for your system inside your implementation system of instances of success factors, right? So that is one of the key takeaways from this product. Apart from that, you could have like, okay, some of the frequently asked questions is, can this be used at multiple locations or teams? So answer is yes. It is used, it can be implemented in multi-team environments and multiple locations. You can manage and have a view of the shifts at an organization level as we demoed, and you can also and allow permissions of who can have access to individual hierarchies.
Good to hear. That was also very enlightening. Any other questions?
Yes,
I will
there's
also
a new
post one
question
question.
in the. Sorry, Venkata. There's a question in the chat from Bettina that says, "Does Gaudi offer managed service to ensure compliance with the collective agreements and input for payroll for blue collars, productive workers in Denmark?" Actually, she had some more for blue collars, productive workers, and in Denmark.
Ensure compliance with collective agreements and input for payroll. Yes. Okay, so this question has multiple layers to it, right? So from a collective agreements perspective, the key is how we solution the work schedule in the first place, because based on your collective agreements, you'll have different employee groups, the different needs for different shifts, and their own, what should be satisfied in terms of what is your overtime agreement and what is your work time agreement and so on. So it complements with what happens in your core HR system, in which you actually key in the information required for your work schedules and your time valuations and so on. On top of it, when you take Time Tracking Plus as an example, the Time Tracking Plus will get the information from SuccessFactors. So we know exactly that this particular person does not belong to a general schedule, does not belong to a general employee group. He belongs to a particular collective agreement with different needs or different complaints, like he cannot work for more than X number of hours in a particular week, etc., right? So yes, the information for Time Tracking Plus is coming from SuccessFactors. So with a proper solution in SuccessFactors that you have keyed in for the collective agreement details with respect to the work schedules and his time compliant details, we will be able to achieve this.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Additional question from everyone, or from anyone?
I will post one interesting question which I keep hearing from the HR community, right? So what is the need for the employee to post a shift as free? Why should we give the access to the employees to post a shift as free, and what is the benefit out of it? Again, it is purely configurable. You can decide if that is required for your organization, if that fits well with your organization or not. But the reason being is more and more products out there is evolving into a direction of self-service, right? We trust our employees to take conscious, informative decisions in terms of letting us know that they will not be able to handle this particular part of the shift and post it as free. And see, in a way, it happens offline. It all happens. I would go to my colleague and say, I will not be present for tomorrow in the first half. I have some commitments. Can you make sure of taking care of the tasks that's been delivered, right? So we do it offline in a way, but the ability for that to be in a system, to be tracked, and to know that it is taken care, and for the managers to know that yes, it is taken care and somebody is working on it, or to see it's not taken care and managers to get involved in is actually key, right? So hence features which complements or gives the employee also a say in their shifts, is something that is core in our vision as well. Yeah, but it's purely configurable. When we keep saying it's configurable, it is not a heavy task. When we implement the platform into your landscape, the intention is to enable the administrators to have quick access over what to see, what not to see, what messaging is out there in notification. You can change the messaging and then see a preview of it. At the same time, the accesses that's given to an employee. So all these are let's say check boxes or available text boxes that you can use to maintain your needs and requirements that keeps constantly changing. Yeah.
Yes, and sorry to interrupt you. We can also have an administrator application for Time Tracking Plus where you can do all of that in an interface, user-friendly interface like this. So yeah, that is totally configurable.
We'll start by thanking you, Venkata, and thank you, Patrice, for a very good insights you have provided to us. Last but not least, of course, I would also thank you, dear participants, in order to hopefully get some insights and get some idea of how to use time tracking in SuccessFactors, and also if there is an elaborated need, then also making use of PXMSOFT Time Tracking Plus. If you want to hear more and also be more specific around your organizational changes you have today, feel free to reach out to us. We will be more than happy to engage in dialogue and see if we can make a solution compiling to your specific needs in your organization. So thank you very much for attending, and I hope to see you at another time on another Gaudi Group webinar. Thank you very much.